Good day, vinyl community, and welcome to another video by yours truly, the pretty green vinyl guy, Edwin. So, I just trying to catch up on some videos today. I want to get a contest entry in. I did an unboxing video already. I got some vinyl finds. I've also got two artists that I've been collecting their albums. One is all Japanese pressings, and the other is just an artist that everybody seems to love. And sometimes some of his stuff's hard to find. So I want to do a video on both of those. And I'm going to try and get it all done today. So this video is February finds, what I found so far. No, March finds. Let me get, yeah, we're in March. March 11th, my daughter's birthday today. How could I forget? March finds, 2019. Here we go. All right, this is a sweet one to start with. This is The Shape of Jazz to Come, Mr. Ornette Coleman. This is a 1972 repress in gorgeous condition on Atlantic Records. You know, this is top 5 must-have jazz records on the ever beautiful Atlantic label. Yeah, this is a must-have for any jazz collector, and a lot of people rate this, like I said, top 5 jazz albums of all time. This came out in 1959. Definitely love Lonely Woman, which kicks off side 1. The bass player on this album, Charlie Hayden, amazing stand-up bass on this album, just fantastic. And the sax ain't bad either. So yeah, Ornette Coleman, The Shape of Jazz to Come, 1959, really hard to find a good original. But these early 70s repressings are not too shabby. And look at the white on that. The red is red and everything is looking good. Spine is good. All right. This one is maybe not as good a condition on the cover, but look at that cover. Check that artwork out. That is unbelievable. This is Marvin Gaye. I Want You. This is on Motown. This followed up Let's Get It On. I think it came out about 3 years later on the Motown label. Still the original Motown inner. The vinyl's perfect, but there's definitely ring wear on this. The title track, I Want You, is just the grooviest. And I could say that about the whole album. It's just groovy. This is a Canadian pressing, Scarborough, Ontario. Yeah, super happy to have that, Marvin Gaye. Then we got another Lou Reed. Slowly fill in the holes of Lou Reed. This is Sally Can't Dance. I'm assuming that's Sally. Not rated as one of Lou Reed's finest albums. The title track itself, sorry, the title track is Ride Sally Ride, is a very well-known Lou Reed song, and probably the standout of this entire album. It's on the RCA Orange label. Got a channel shout out here, Steve at what is it, CT Vinyl? No, well, I'm getting this wrong. I'll put a link below. But he does amazing sort of documentaries on Flipside CT. He does amazing documentaries, and he's a big Lou Reed fan. And right now he has a doc on his channel about Lou Reed, and I'd highly encourage you to go check it out. Yeah, Lou Reed. Sally Can Dance. This is an 80s album. But these guys were good, and very famous 80s album cover. This is Mind Bomb from The. Love that back color, the white dove through the bayonet. That kind of sums it up, doesn't it? The had several very good albums. Mind Bomb, Infected. This is on Epic. This is a really good album. I just recently listened to side 1, and it's definitely an anti-war album, as you can imagine. And yeah, I think it plays really well. I think it's held up. Not many albums from the 1980s hold up into 2019. I can assure you of that. But this is worth checking out if you don't have it. If you missed the because they weren't huge in the 80s, and definitely worth checking out Mind Bomb. And then this is probably a little bit outside my wheelhouse, but I understand that just sort this out. I understand that as far as album rankings go, this is, they say, the one to get. This is Lyle Lovett, Pontiac. Oh, someone's talking to me. Huh. Siri just started talking to me on my phone. My voice is booming so loud, I guess she thought I was talking to her. Yeah, Lyle Lovett, Pontiac. They say this is, if you're going to get a Lyle Lovett album, this is the one to get. Produced by T-Bone Burnett. You got Emmylou Harris doing backing vocals. You got Vince Gill on there. And yeah, I gave this a spin. I mean, it's got a lot of that, you know, steel guitar, and you know, it definitely has a Nashville sound, but I can handle it. I take it for what it is, and it's on Cure Records. And yeah, I'm always kind of fascinated by Lyle Lovett, and I'm always happy to explore new styles and genres of music. And yeah, very good. And then trying to fill in some holes with the Queen collection, which of course is really hard to get right now because of the success of Bohemian Rhapsody. This is Queen 2, which I didn't have. It has quite a bit of ring wear, as you can see. It is the original with the... Oh, that's the... Oh no, there we go. So that had the famous black side and the white side. Look at that photo. Fantastic. And of course, this is the infamous photo that they use later for a lot of promotional Bohemian Rhapsody music video has this photo in it, even though it was done during Queen 2. So yeah, this has the white side and the black side. Probably the most famous song in here is The Seven Seas of Rhye, but this is actually a good album. This is got the white and the black inner, and then the vinyl itself. The vinyl's perfect. It's too bad the outer was not stored properly, because the vinyl is perfect. It's on the Electra Butterfly. And so it sounds really nice. And like a lot of you say, I ain't playing the cover, am I? Although I do like a nice cover, let's be honest. I mean, I will drive myself mad to find an upgrade on the cover. But I'm happy enough to have this to start with, and I think I'm down to one or two Queen albums. And as luck should have it, here's another Queen album. This is Innuendo, which was probably of their latter releases, the strongest album. This is actually a pretty good album. Has quite a few strong songs on it. I'm Going Slightly Mad. These Are the Days of Our Lives. The Show Must Go On. This is what year was this pressing? This is a 2009 reissue. This album's hard to find. Like Queen fans like this. You got the lyrics on the inner, and you got them all done up as jokers. Just on black vinyl. And yeah, like I say, this is also the first song, Innuendo, has oh, what's his name is a guest on this from, yes, Steve Howe. I'm 99.9% sure it's Steve Howe, and he plays quite a famous little acoustic guitar, like a minstrel, which is really good. Let's do Queen. Okay. This is one I didn't have. I have some other albums by Talk Talk, and I bought this recently in the new bin. Sorry, in the used bin, but it's a new pressing. And see the sticker right here? This was the sticker from the outer, the plastic sleeve outer. And behind this sticker, there's 3 slices on the album that I think either the store or it got damaged. Like almost looks like a knife slipped on it. So maybe when they were unpacking the big box, the knife hit this cover and sliced the label, sliced the front of the cardboard. So it was in the bin for like $10 off the regular price, and I strategically was able to take the hype sticker off the plastic and place it over top of the little slices, and it's as good as new. And it didn't affect. Here's the handwritten lyrics. Of course, this is sort of bittersweet with the passing of Mark Hollis. Was that last week he passed away from Talk Talk? This is quite different. This is definitely ambient music. This is far from Always Something There to Remind Me. About as far as you can go, actually, for the band still to be recognized as Talk Talk is quite something. But this is a great album, and I did have this digitally, and then seeing it in the store. It's on lovely 180 gram on the Parlophone purple label, nice and thick, and it sounds really good. So other than a little bit of sleeve damage, this was a great pickup. $10 off for a couple of... Oh yeah, and it comes with a CD version of the album, which I love this. You know, the digital downloads, half the time I already got the album, so it's a waste, but I like these because I can chuck them in the car without any effort. And so that was pretty good. $10 off CD and album. So last week, a friend of mine on a music FaceTime page that I belong to, I guess he got up on Sunday morning and he posted that the greatest album of the 70s is this one, Toys in the Attic by Aerosmith. And he went on to build a case as to why, in his opinion, this is the greatest rock album released in the 70s. Well, I didn't own this. I have Aerosmith's Greatest Hits up there somewhere. And on cassette, I have Pump. Who doesn't have Pump on cassette? So I was in my local shop, and this is the 180 gram repressing. Remastered from the original source tapes, contains the classics Sweet Emotion, Walk This Way, and Toys in the Attic on 180 gram audiophile vinyl. So, you know, if someone's going to write the bold statement that this is the greatest album of the 70s, rock album, I figured I should pick it up and have a listen. Again, I'm not a huge Aerosmith fan. Particularly the later stuff I don't really care for at all. And while I would probably argue this is not the greatest album of the 70s, it is a good album nonetheless. And this is definitely Aerosmith on form. and they probably never quite replicated this album. And I'm glad I picked it up. I will listen to it occasionally, but it certainly hasn't made me a super fan. But a nice repressing of Toys in the Attic by Aerosmith. And then this just came out last week as a re-release. And one of my favorite bands of all time. This is U2, No Line on the Horizon. Look at that photo. And this is a wonderfully repackaged. This is a 10th anniversary limited edition. Sort of like a mini box, if you like. It's got added tracks. Let me just pull out. It's got a wonderful... no, wrong one. There we go. It's got a wonderful book. U2. Just, I mean, I love, if you're into photography, I mean, that's just a fantastic photograph. This is a pretty decent little book. You know, I just showed a Tom Petty box set, and it only had 6 pages. I mean, this is much more substantial than that. This is, this album's always given a bit of a hard time, isn't it? I mean, most people don't seem to think it was U2 at their best. And this album is often, you know, placed as one of their not great albums. But I gotta tell you, I might take some flack from this, but a bad U2 album is still better than most of the work that's out there. And I actually would put this in the top half of U2 albums. I am not a big fan of Get On Your Boots, I will admit. To me, that's probably the weakest track on the album. It's a beautiful gatefold. This is like really beautifully packaged. They did a great job with this. There's the original innards. I think this is in Fez in Morocco, where a lot of the album was recorded. This is on clear vinyl. And it sounds amazing. I got this on Saturday after work. Came in nice poly-lined paper sleeves. I mean, they did everything right on this. It's a beautiful quality. It sounds great. It's beautifully packaged. It's got a lovely book. And I think that side 1, No Line on the Horizon, Magnificent Moment of Surrender. Side 2, Unknown Caller, I'll Go Crazy If I Don't Go Crazy Tonight. And then Get On Your Boots, which I don't like. Side 3, Fez Being Born, White as Snow, Breathe, Cedars of Lebanon, which is a great song. And then we've got an added remix of Magnificent, and a remix of I'll Go Crazy If I Don't Go Crazy Tonight. So I think wonderfully packaged. You know, they gave you a reason to buy it. It did come with a download code as well. And yeah, I'm super happy to have this. I think it is a good album. And yeah, bring it on, U2 haters. Bring it on. Yeah, you know, I've seen U2 in concert probably 8 or more times. I lost count. I've seen most of the major tours, and I've seen them a few times. And, you know, U2 are hard to beat, in my opinion. They got great musicianship. Bono writes great lyrics. I think that the band are great. When they're good, they're really good, and they're hard to beat. And even, like I said, their worst albums have really great moments still, and are typically better than most of what you can get out there. So there you go. That's my March vinyl update. The first 10, 11 albums I've bought for the month of March. And thank you for joining me on this wonderful Monday afternoon. And have a great day, a great week, and I'll be in touch, everybody. Take care.